Hades is a game I was somewhat reluctant to play initially, especially as I've never played a roguelike before, but after 68 escape attempts, 48 of which were successful and nothing else remaining to see other than cosmetics, it's safe to say that it blew all expectation. Never has a game been so addictive over and over that's unique every single time. From extremely satisfying gameplay, a gorgeous colour palette and character/story development that keeps you wanting more, Hades really does go above and beyond with moments that are ever so engrossing. So here we're going to focus on exactly that and count down the top 10 moments from Hades to see what stands as the very best. And just a heads up, these moments are entirely my opinion and contain major spoilers from here on out. We kick this countdown off with the area boss of Asphodel encountered at Chamber 24, the Bone Hydra.
Bone Hydra, you look positively smashing.
Hades' second boss encounter is original, challenging, and although the contest may start relatively simple, it grows more complex over time, so it isn't to be taken lightly. From the support heads that surround the battlefield and a variety of forms the Bone Hydra can take in contrast to your own infernal arms and boons, everything can become really rather hectic, yet in the most positive of ways, and with extreme measures implemented on top, you can turn everything up to 11, providing one heck of a contest. It's quite a thing when a game's able to keep you coming back for more, and no matter how many times you see the Hydra, it never disappoints, and when you finally become close enough to appoint a nickname, it's really the icing on the cake, placing the Bone Hydra at number 10.
Bone Hydra. Can I call you Bone Hydra? Lerny, maybe? Lerny, I like that.
Next up is the face-off always encountered at Chamber 14 against Megara, Alecto and Tisiphone, the Furies.
3 against 1. Doesn't seem all that sporting now, does it?
Or each well past the need for any sport. We'll kill you, whatever it takes.
Tartarus' area boss, and as it's the first area, the contest players are going to encounter the most that no matter the sisters, or even if it's all 3, you're guaranteed an adrenaline rush to remember. Each have their own attacks and abilities with a specific personal flair, really bringing something different to the table, and the character progression is most excellent. To witness Megara emotionally open up over time, Alecto's outright bad girl attitude throughout, and to hear Tisiphone finally say your name correctly is ever so satisfying. The Furies deliver every single time and reach a spot higher than the Bone Hydra for the overall excellent range and development of the sisters, providing a boss encounter that really does tick all the right boxes, making them most worthy of your attention, earning number 9. The Boatman of the River Styx, responsible for ferrying deceased souls across the river and into the underworld, as well as offering a range of wares that doesn't say much, communicating in only groans, to which Zagreus responds in a mostly comical fashion. But if you so happen to steal his sack of obol, Charon reveals a much more physical side.
Wow, thank you, Charon. Sorry, wait, why are you brandishing your oar in such a menacing way?
The battle against Charon is much more difficult than any player initially expects. He hits hard, is quick, and attacks with 4 unique techniques over the course of different phases, distinguished by the removal of cover in the form of tall golden jars. Personally, I always found the contests rather exciting, especially if they could be initiated as early as possible to really test my skills, and the fact that they're indeed optional makes them all the more rewarding. The Stygian Boatman overall is a foe that presents an exciting challenge and incentive, as that loyalty card upon victory makes a huge difference in the coming chambers, placing the encounters against Charon at number 8.
Got you, mate. Twice in a row. I guess Hermes wins his little wager with you then. You tell him I said,
The penultimate battle before escaping the underworld puts us against a rather dynamic and unlikely duo, one charismatic yet arrogant, the other a brute yet honourable, Theseus and Dysterius.
Hold, fiend! 2 against 1. Seems hardly fair. Ah, well. Let's kill him and be done, King.
Former enemies in life, yet comrades in death, are a real force to be reckoned with. From Theseus' ranged attacks, along with the aid from the gods, to Asterius forever at your back. This is a contest that takes patience, skill and timing, even more so if you add extreme measures into the mix, as it really ups the ante.
Come forth, blackguard, and you shall soon be crushed under the massive wheels of the finest chariot the world has ever known.
And even after 50 plus attempts, these two are always going to give you a hard time, and I believe that's a real testament to just how well designed this encounter is. What really stands out to me the most though with this unlikely tag team is the relationship, as it's done in such a way which makes most players almost detest Theseus, yet build up a form of respect for Asterius, and as the story progresses this even becomes evident between the two, producing some truly standout narrative. So from the exceptional character and story progression to the overall excellent challenge provided, these two really are the full package, placing Theseus and Asterius at number 7.
And I solemnly do swear to you indeed that I shall never again doubt our brotherhood, nor shall I ever listen to this fiend. Together, now and always.
Next up is a moment that no Hades player will ever forget, and that's their very first successful escape attempt to the surface. A change in aesthetic beauty and design, a much warmer and calmer atmosphere, that gorgeous horizon, the lush, rich and vibrant colours along with the complete change in musical tone, but most importantly, Zagreus meeting his mother, Persephone.
Pray, who might you be wandering all the way out here?
You must be Persephone. My name is Zagreus, and I think I might be your son.
A long-awaited yet awkward confrontation, if there ever was one, but a revelation for them both, creating a real feel-good moment that delivered perfectly, as everything to get to here was worth it. And it's a moment Hades players will never forget, as they say, you never ever forget your first, placing the first successful escape attempt to the surface at number 6.
So they would have us say goodbye. For now. My heart soars knowing you live.
What we have next is the Lord of the Underworld and the granddaddy boss battle of them all, Hades.
I told you that you cannot leave this place. It seems I must enforce my rules myself. I'm sending you home. Now.
The Lord and Master of the House of Hades and father to Zagreus is an encounter that tops all the rest, containing 2 phases. The ability to remove all status effects and summon wretches to his aid with a plethora of combat attacks that's very quick and powerful throughout, and extreme measures places us against a super Hades if you were. 3 phases, new attacks and abilities in addition to the original, the aid of mini-bosses and a cloud of darkness with Cerberus at his side, with an absolutely awesome heavy metal soundtrack signifying the epic encounter. The communication between the father and son is also top notch, starting off very cold and bitter that softens up as you progress, forming an almost mutual respect between the two, providing us with some truly excellent dialogue. From the tough as nails challenge designed to test the player's resolve, rivaling some of the best encounters ever created, to the unique and intriguing father and son character development provided, Hades is an encounter that delivers on every front, earning number 5.
I went all out, and still. Charon, take me home.
Escape after escape after escape, and it's number 10 where Hades really delivers with the true ending.
Like, what a surprise.
My arrival. I'm going. To your home. To Cerberus. Nyx. Your father.
You knew something was out of place the moment your father allowed passage completely out of character to meet your mother Persephone, who surprised us all with the news that she was finally coming home. This is a big moment because it's essentially what you've been playing for, yet overachieved in not only finding, meeting and building a relationship with your mother, but that determination of the player, 10 times strong, actually encouraged her to come home, creating an excellent and an emotionally rewarding outcome. Riding along the river Styx, watching the credits roll to the atmospheric change in the House of Hades that followed, Everything about this moment was delivered, paced and executed flawlessly, and what's so great about Hades and this moment in particular, not only was it the true ending, but players would quickly learn that it created another goal to achieve, placing the true ending at number 4.
The Queen's return marked an occasion of enthusiastic joy, so much as possible in that dark, gloom-filled realm of the dead.
Taking the bronze trophy is an endgame event that may have been short but was ever so sweet. The Epilogue family reunion.
One big happy family. No issues whatsoever.
After hearing Persephone's plan to make peace and reveal all, to a certain degree, to the Olympian gods, a set of specific tasks must be followed, of which takes time, patience and perseverance, but was intriguing the closer you got to success, and the instant that everything unfolded, it was ever so satisfying. The moment may have been brief, but was one to be cherished, as hearing Zeus and Hades converse to the narrator at his best signified a feat of great importance to those who were dedicated to the Hades experience. It proved not only had you come a long way, but you were rewarded with a grand and most unexpected conclusion, overall delivering an epilogue of pure celebration, earning number 3.
When finally the great feast ended, all the Olympians returned to their mountain abode, fully satisfied. As for the House of Hades, it required thorough cleansing.
If you've made it this far in the video, you likely already know that the Pact of Punishment is a contract provided by Hades for the purpose of making Zagreus' escape attempts even more difficult whilst earning valuable rewards, but it's Skelly's prizes that really get the blood pumping. More specifically, his third and final challenge for those who have what it takes.
They want me to fight all the way through the underworld, having used the Pact of Punishment over there to make the going even more treacherous than it already is, and if I succeed, they'll reward me with some sort of useless trinket.
These set of rules are already designed to present the player with an almighty challenge, but Heat level 32 isn't for the faint of hearted. Most players are likely to fail over and over, tackling and changing up a vast variety of conditions constantly to see what they can handle and excel at the best, as it's tough. But even then, without much variation overall due to the high heat level required, it's almost a nightmare task. Yet for those small few who are able to overcome the odds, withstand some of Hades' very best and prevail to the end, provides a player with an overwhelming feeling of accomplishment. Skelly's reward at that point isn't merely a statue, it's a symbol signifying the ultimate performance and an achievement of champions, presenting the players with a moment that feels so good, elevating them above the rest, easily giving them the right to gloat as an epic achievement to be proud of, earning the silver at number 2.
We've been through a lot, both of us. Really learned from this experience, and now we share a deeper understanding, yeah?
We certainly have, mate. And we certainly do.
Taking the top spot isn't the most grand of occasions. It's not an epic set piece or awesome encounter either. Rather, a set of moments that may seem subtle at first, but by their climaxes pay off in a big way, providing real emotional value to the player. To be specific, I'm referring to the big 3 beautiful relationship resolutions. Orpheus and Eurydice.
Orpheus blew it with me like an idiot, but now I'm supposed to be reaching out to him.
As you can plainly see by now, I'm dead to her.
Nyx and Chaos.
It is for Chaos to reach out to me if they wish to reacquaint themselves with me.
And finally, Achilles and Patroclus.
Just let him know I said to risk it all.
When last he said to risk it all to me, I didn't listen to him then, but should have.
As the story progresses, the player gets to know each of these characters, learn of their difficulties and hardships of the underworld, and if the player is dedicated enough, also learn that each is in emotional turmoil, but by putting in the time and effort. Copious amounts of nectar and ambrosia, Hades actually allows Zagreus to aid in rekindling these relationships, and the results for each are ever so satisfying. To see husband and wife reunite in song once more, father and daughter reconnect after a lifetime, and companions rekindle are moments that may take time but are worth every second, as each provide heartfelt narrative journeys with engaging and delightful finales that are superb ways of rewarding the players. So repairing these relationship bridges for the overall fulfillment and gratification they provide to the player easily takes the cake and the gold home as our number 1 spot and best moment from Hades. So that brings us to the end of our countdown and the top 10 moments from Hades, and what a game it is with moments that really blew me away. If anyone has any feedback in regards to the positions, if you believe I've missed any out, or just want to discuss the game itself, then please do in the comments below. I've been Gavinci, you've been fantastic as always, and thank you very much for sticking with me. Please remember to like and share the video, as well as subscribing to the channel for more content, as it's greatly appreciated and really goes a long way. On that note, take care and I'll see you next time.